Like to hear about it, here it goes.
There it is. Hey, there used to be a drinking game that we used to play in college, and I think this probably has different names, maybe all throughout the country or whatever. We called it, was it Bull Moose? Or it was, I've heard of it called Bull Moose Club.
Yeah, Bull Moose, where you're gonna follow the same thing. You're talking about that, or
No.
it's
the drinking game.
Is it Presidents and Assholes?
No, the drinking game where you have to drink out of your left hand.
Yeah.
If you get caught drinking out of your right hand, you have to chug it.
Yes.
What was that called?
There's a game that you play where people can make up rules.
Right.
Categories? That's one I used to play. It was cards, but you'd have rules for each card.
No, so this is drinking game, and
Yeah.
you're playing. Yeah, maybe I don't know, but it's like, hey, when the thumb goes down, everybody's got to drink, right? Or the last person put the thumb on there, you have to drink. You have to drink out of your left hand. If you get caught in your right hand, you got to chug. Yeah, all these different things. What is that called? Well, you called it categories.
We did but we did the thing too.
Categories, yeah.
Use the thumb, like
Yeah,
some card you
and you're
drew
calling
and
it
you'd
Bull
be the
Moose.
thumb
No,
master.
So what I'm talking about is something totally different.
Yeah.
This is a
Let's play it.
game that you don't stop playing.
No,
Once
ever.
you say you're
Oh,
in it,
this is for life.
this is for life.
No, you're
Wait,
right.
what?
You're right. It's called Bull Moose. Okay,
For
you're
life,
right.
okay.
So there's these rules that you have to abide by. Once you say you're in for forever, right? So that means no matter, and you have a select group of guys and girls that you play this game with. This is actually true, and like 5 years from now, I walk up, hey Matt, I haven't seen you. Oh, chug. When you see that, you already know the rules.
Correct.
You chug
Well, and it's just one rule. The rule is that
Oh.
you have to drink
out of your left hand.
out of your left hand.
I'd win.
If you get caught drinking out of your right hand,
Yeah.
that person can make you chug it.
What is this? right here?
Buffalo Club.
Is that
It's
something you're
called.
talking about? It says the Buffalo Club.
That is correct. So they call it the Buffalo Club. I've heard it called Bull Moose. I think there's different names for it. It just keeps like almost like urban legend type stuff. It just sits there and gets changed or whatever. But that's why, and I was talking to Raul a little bit earlier, it's like I'm always having a problem with, because the camera gets facing my left, I'm always have the drink in my left hand, and I'm blocking the camera, and Raul's like, hey, it's like snapping. It's like, oh, I'm like, oh, shit, or whatever. But a lot of people that I initiated that game with were not here, so I can't be called out as far as like, hey, you got to chug it. But I'm conditioned to drink out of my left hand because of that. Because all throughout college,
No,
it's
I remember. I remember this being a thing. Just for future reference, we're not playing that game, right? Okay, perfect. So I don't want to.
I got to let the camera see my good side.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. I like that. No, man. Thinking about all the freaking games we used to play, like
The drinking
in my
games?
early 20s. Like 18, 19, 20. That time frame, man. I don't know how they thought of all this shit,
Right.
but dude, it was like I remember just sitting up like on a Friday night and on a Saturday night, hell, on a Sunday night. It didn't matter. Like we played these damn games before we went out. It was like you got a pregame, but pregaming I think for me, and I guess that time frame we were living in, I don't know what people do now. I don't know if they're pregame like I did. Like I see my kids now, and they're like they're having a few drinks. Oh, we're leaving. We're going out. They seem very put together, And I'm like, what is going on here? Like I was not hanging out with my parents, and
They're
I
too
was
privileged.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
We were just stupid, broke college kids. Like, we have no money. We cannot spend money at the bar because we don't have money.
Yeah.
Let's get schnockered at home, drive to the bar.
Well, we weren't even 21 yet.
Correct. Well,
So let's be honest. Why we drank we're at home? Because we couldn't drink in the bar. Yeah,
I said schnockered.
yeah, you did.
Jesus, how old is that?
I don't know, man, but you got to cut that shit out. No, I just think I look back on like the shit I did, and was like, no, this is perfectly normal. And my mom thought it was normal, kind of, in a way. She's like, no, it's fine. You're a young adult. You go and just be careful, right? That's all she ever said. Me, I'm like, I'm such a worrywart. I'm like, what? Hey, how many drinks? Were you going out tonight? Maybe I should, I want to call you a cab or I'll call you an Uber. No, we're fine. We're not going to have a couple of drinks. Nah, just be on the safe side. You know what I mean? I don't know when I turned into this I used to be really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun, James.
Dude, I mean, thinking about to my college days for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, there was the drinking games, the just drinking in general. I had a neighbor girl. She's like, dude, let's go. I can out drink you. I'm like, man, that's not gonna happen. You can't out drink me.
What are you, $1.30? Yeah.
She's
get
like,
outta here.
let's go. Let's line them up, and your drink of choice, mine against mine. I'm okay. It's like, what do you got? She's like,
I drink vodka. You're like, good night.
no. She's like, tequila.
Right? Yeah.
Tequila.
Great. You'll make it past 3.
Correct.
On the 4th, you'll be dead.
I was like, look, I had Captain Morgan's like rum. I'm like, that stuff just goes down like just candy.
15%.
I was like, right. And we like shot for shot. I think we got like, I don't know, like 6-7 shots in or whatever it was. And it's like just primed up. Let's go to the bar. I'm like, okay, great. Perfect. Load up in the bar, load up in the car, go to the bar. Like,
How long did she make it?
like 10 minutes.
Exactly.
I think I broke on the pool table. And then she
passed
sat
out.
in the chair and just slid right out of it. And not bartender, but the bouncer was like, she got to go. I'm
Yeah,
like,
all right, let me get her home. Hey, listen, you know what I would have done? I would have wrote on her forehead with a Sharpie or something like we were like James 1, you 0, right? And I sort of said, like, here you go. Drop her off. Done.
yeah. But I never really understood. I mean, I understood, but I never really understood just the whole. I never enjoyed the drinking games. I'm like, it's just we're just gonna get super plowed
No.
really quick.
Yeah, a
You're
flip
talking about the
cup or-
categories, and you're
Yeah.
talking about doing
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like the presidents and assholes. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
But usually it's like early on, and then I'm like, now I'm trashed.
Yeah.
And now that just makes for a
Well, listen, when everybody is shit-faced at one time, that's fun.
yeah.
Like, when you're the one that not shit-faced and everybody's shit-faced, you're like, ready to go home, right? So, and then when it's late at night and everybody's shit-faced, you're still ready to go home. Like, I'm too tired. I've been up all day, and now it's all night, and now it's sometime in the morning. But a good 8 o'clock shit face, oh, that's great. Are you kidding me? 8 o'clock in the afternoon or evening, and you've got plenty of energy left in you, and you start this off by playing a game. Why not? Why would you not want that in your repertoire?
Yeah. I was listening to a comedian earlier. I can't remember his name. I'll try to pull it up. We're going to try to see if we can get him on the show, but he's super hilarious. And he's probably our age, and his shtick is like kind of the 90s or whatever. He got popped with a couple of DWIs until he just stopped driving. His license and everything wasn't taken away. He just like, I'm just going to stop driving. But he has this whole little bit where he talks about, I don't know, it's like an uncle or something like that. And he's like, dude, if we would have had Uber, and he's asking his uncles, like, if you'd have known that Derek would have shown up, and as Marcus, if Marcus would have shown up in like a Nissan Xterra with a couple of bottles of water and picked you up and drove you safely to your home, he's like, how shit-faced would you have gotten?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I just shit my pants.
Yeah,
I got so drunk I shit my pants. If I knew somebody was going to sit there and drive
That's
me
exactly
home.
what you do, right? And you know what's funny is like, even now, how many people don't take the Uber? Like, we go out all the time. Like, we're going out having drinks and whatever else. I'm not taking Uber.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I got 16 places I want to go to, and I'm not taking an Uber ride to 16 places. But you're exactly right, man. Like even now, like we live sometimes 2 or 3 miles away from each other. There's certain times where like, nah, I'm just going to Uber.
Yeah.
And like, I can totally drive home, or kind of one eye open kind of deal. But I'm not doing it. I'm just going to call an Uber. I'm being safe. I guess to an extent. I think we drive more than we probably should.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're exactly right. Our parents would have ruined Uber. It would have been our that generation would have worn it out so bad that it would have been like, no, we can't deal with this many drunks and fights.
New laws passed.
Yeah. There'd have been a whole lot of regulation happening. If that thing would have been 30 years earlier than what we were. I guarantee you that.
I don't know. Is Uber that much safer, though? Have you seen some of those drivers?
Dude, I got picked up by a dude that just smoked a huge blunt. It reeked. I mean, it was so bad. It was so much that I was like, look, just just give me a hit off of that thing. I mean, I got a contact high anyway, so might as well just fail the drug test now. And this dude missed exits. He missed, like, we're on 45 going through 60. At one point, we're on 16. I said, man, stay on 45, man. Like, you did the wrong thing. I don't know where you're going. He's like, man, sorry about that. I'm like, nah.
You start doing the fake, like,
you're just fucked up.
navigator, like, in quarter of a mile, please turn left.
Right.
Turn now. Turn right now.
Turn now, motherfucker. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. No, I mean, it was kind of scary. And we went like 40 miles with that dude. I mean, and through downtowns and into other cities and whatever else. It was a trek for sure. And I remember when we pulled in, he doesn't even go all the way up to the front doors. He just kind of stops, like, is this good? And we're like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this is great, dude. Thank you.
One time I left my phone in the Uber.
Yeah.
And I realized it the next morning when I woke up and I got a hold of this guy with my work phone. And this guy was like holding my phone hostage.
Why?
Like he's like, well, I'm not just gonna come drop it back off for free. That's a drive for me. I was like, I'll book the Uber as if you're picking me up, and I'll pay for it. He's like, nah, man. Like he's like,
I need more money than that.
I was like, so
you got a Venmo or like?
Yeah, he wanted money. Like he wanted cash to come drop my phone back off. So I told him, I was like, that's fine. Like I'll pay you to drive down here. I'm not trying to get you to do it for free or whatever. This dude shows up. I don't remember what he looked like the night before because I was pretty hammered. And this guy looks like straight up like crackhead, like real skinny, black jacket.
Whoa.
He's like, and he's got my
skinny
phone.
Dude.
I was like, oh, thanks. He's like, you got my money, right?
Hey,
I was like,
same time, bro.
I was like,
Same time.
I was like,
dude, I would have hammer fisted him.
I was like,
I'd have gave him money too. But I would have knocked his motherfucking ass out.
Hey, I got the
I'll
money
tell
in
you
the back right here. Just come on in.
Yeah.
Then you gonna rob him? You gonna rob him after?
I'd take his money. I'd
But
take his wallet.
This was like I actually like when I saw this guy and I went back into my house, I actually had my pistol like really close by because I was getting real bad vibes from this guy. And I was like, he wanted money. I'm like, well, I don't have cash, but I'll Venmo you if you give me my phone. He's like, and he hands me the phone. It's like 1%. And I'm like trying to Venmo him real quick and it dies. I'm like, great. Like, I was like, you take check?
Yeah.
It's like you can scan it with your phone.
You should have pulled that gun out and put it to your head. You're like, I'll shoot this motherfucker if you don't give me the phone. Give me the phone, right? And he'd be like, damn, dude, you get worse off than me.
But I was like trying to debate, like, do I report this guy or whatever? But like, he knows where I live.
Yeah.
Like, I
You
get
should
this
report
like
him.
some crazy crackhead dude like fired. He's gonna show up at my house. I was
Dude.
like, nah, man.
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking. It's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pit master or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on. I've had the same thing happen to me. I left my phone in an Uber, and this girl, and I found who she was, and I contacted her, and it took a couple of days, and she finally responds back. She's like, hey, yeah, I definitely have your phone. It was in the back seat, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's so awesome. Like, hey, can I meet up with you? And she's like, yeah, sounds good. Are you available now? I'm like, yeah. Literally just went to the parking lot. She goes, here you go. And I was like, dude, this is so crazy. Here, I think I slid her some money. She was like, oh, yeah, no problem. It just depends on who you deal with, right? You're like, hey, listen, when you find a wallet, you go, I need a reward, because you're a horrible person. Like, our dog ran away like a long time ago. Not the same dog I have now, but ran away. This little Yorkshire Terrier, right? I'm out of town working. I get this call. It says my dog ran away, and Amy is so upset. And all of a sudden she's like, I got to put out flyers. I said, okay, put out some flyers. Flyers go out. She goes, hey, I'm offer a reward. I'm like, I'm still out of town. I'm out of town for weeks, right? I'm like, hey, we don't have a lot of money. Like, we're broke. We're working like this because we don't have money.
Right.
And if I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be out of town working like this if we were good. So I'm like, all right. She's like, I'm gonna offer $500. I was like, $500 for $500. I'll drive home.
Get a new dog
I'll
for
go
$500.
I'll steal another Yorkshire. I will get you something, right? And I'm like, whatever. So I was like, fine. This dude calls, just found your dog. He sent a picture. It's him, right? And he goes, but to let you know, my kids are really attached to it. It's been one day, okay? One day, okay? He goes, so Amy's like, yes, okay. He's like, so what are you saying?
What are you saying? Yeah.
He's like, well, I just want to make sure you know that, this. I was like, she's like, yeah, that's fine. There's a reward, So she goes to meet the guy. The dude doesn't show up. So for days pass by. Amy's calling me crying. She's upset. She's screaming. She's just distraught, right? And this whole thing keeps going on. And I'm like, I'm gonna drive home. I gotta drive like hours, like I don't know, 10, 12 hours to get home to meet this whatever guy or find out where he lives or something, So she calls the police. The police come back like, can't do anything about it. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and we can't prove that's your dog. We can't go to him and give us your dog, Like, whatever. So father-in-law gets involved, and he goes, finally, they talk. Amy talks to the guy. The guy's like, all right, I'll meet you, blah, blah, blah. Please have the reward. She's like, no problem. Father-in-law shows up, and he gets out of the car, and he walks over, and Chance is like, ready to run, right? Hey, mama.
That's my people.
Hey, mama. I love you, mama. So Amy gets out of the car, and she's just shaking. She gets the dog, right? And the dude's like, man, my this is gone like almost 2 weeks, right? My kids really love that dog. And
Buy a fucking dog.
yeah, hey, you had the right thing to do was give the dog back the first day, and you didn't, right? It was only gone one day, and you didn't do that. And so I think Gary was like, he's kind of whatever. I think he gave you like $50, right? It was like $500, and he was like in his chest, like, here you go. And the guy's like, hey, you said $500. He's like, we don't pay for hostages, whatever. And like literally just like boom, gone.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
We're not paying for our hostages. And when he gave the guy $50, he's like, this is for like feeding the dog, right? He's like, that's all we're giving you. And the dude was like, what? Hey, guess what? Possession is 9/10 of the law, motherfucker.
Right.
So
I
take
got
your
learned
ass
a
home.
lesson.
Yeah, he did. Listen, he would have got paid $500 had he given it back the first day. The first day. Like when you fuck around, you find out. That's a thing, right?
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at SUCKLEBUSTERS.com.
Hey, this is a barbecue and beer podcast.
Hey, welcome
guys.
to the Grabbing the Brisket show.
We just went off on a freaking beer drinking thing, reminiscing on whatever else. I don't know how exciting of a story or podcast we have for you, but I think it's going to be really good. And yeah, I don't want to keep saying the word so I'll probably turn it over to you, James. Go for it.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting and compelling episode. We're down John. John's out there in the, I don't know, like the Florida Keys, or he's in the
Galveston,
Bahama Mamas. Yeah. I don't know where he's at.
I think it's St. Bart's.
He's not in the States.
I think it's where he's at. Yeah. We said Florida Keys, and that is in the States. Right. So I don't know if you know where.
All I know for sure is
you say the
really,
root beer, like the St. Bargs root
Bargs,
beer.
no.
Yeah.
All I know is that he really likes showing us what a great time he's having.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like every meal, every drink.
You don't have to gloat, John.
I know, right?
John's little messages. Hey,
best meal I ever had.
No, I know. Hey, listen.
Best dessert I ever had.
Hey, what do you say? He's like, this is what I have to wake up to this morning.
Mornings are rough.
Mornings are rough, right? I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? Are you making us jealous? You're not. We're about to ready to go burn your house down. You're going to come home, you're going to be homeless. That's what's going to happen to you.
You don't get to see that scrap yard that I have to look at it when right across the street from my work.
You should have just posted a picture of that.
Iron and just like industrial waste. You didn't get to see that.
No.
Jealous.
That's what you showed him. You should show him like the inside of your toilet bowl. Like, this is my morning. Go F yourself. I don't know. Hey, John's living his best damn life
is.
right now. Him and
That's
Denny
awesome.
are out living their best life, which is, hey, good for them. They deserve it.
We're
right?
definitely
This
not
is,
jealous or
no,
bitter about it. No,
not at all.
Not at all. No.
Don't even care. You know why? I'm going on vacation into the month.
Yeah, you are.
I'm out of here.
It's awesome.
Going to Mexico.
You guys have fun.
Going to Mexico.
You know what I tell you who doesn't deserve it? McDonald's. McDonald's does not deserve it. Sitting there throwing us crumbs on their stupid little $5 meal.
Yeah. Get outta
That they're
here,
like, hey,
McDonald's.
we know you guys are suffering. We know prices are really high.
Yeah.
We're going to throw you a bone with a little $5 meal.
Yeah.
So there you go.
What's in a $5 meal?
It's a burger.
It's like a Happy Meal.
It probably
with no
is.
toy.
It probably is. Like the burger patty is like a
Razor thin.
paper thin.
Look, they have a machine. They put the burger patty in, right?
It's probably artificial grown meat.
Oh, it is.
hypothetically.
It's lab grown. But let's think about this. They put the piece of it's the Happy Meal burger meat, right? It's that razor thin meat. They put it in the machine, and it's almost like punching a hole, but a blade goes this way, right? And it cuts it in half. And they're like, oh, there's 2 burgers. Here you go. This is
4-piece nugget, small
Yeah.
fry, small drink, and a McDouble burger or a chicken. Hey, that's not bad.
I'm just kidding.
That's
God
not
bless.
bad. It probably. I saw some video online. This woman got this Big Mac, and you're right. That meat was so thin. The slice of tomato was like twice as thick as the meat
Yeah.
was on the burger.
That's
on a
funny.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's not right. Listen,
Don't go to McDonald's.
Do you remember the back?
No,
you
go to
remember back in the
McDonald's, man.
day?
McDonald's has some great
Again,
food.
you can sit there and talk about the political climate. You can sit there and talk about inflation or whatever. But do you remember back in the day? I mean, they used to give out like full like dinnerware, like sets of glasses away with your meals at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Collector's cups.
I
that
still have
people
some.
Still have.
I have some
Yeah.
Disney cups.
They don't do, and now you get like some 20-cent like Temu like toy.
Okay, so can I ask you a question? Yeah, right. Some foreign exchange. I don't want to say that, but listen.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and I'm only because I'm not smart enough to actually really think about this through, and it's probably a really dumb thing to say. However, I feel like we've been through times like this already. Okay, we've been through times where inflation got so high and wages were so low, and what happened, right? They had to raise the minimum wages in these areas, and so they did, right? Then it forced the other areas to come up, right? Is that wrong? Am I crazy on that? So like by raising the minimum wage for let's say hypothetically we went from like I don't know what it is, $8 or $8.50 an hour. You go from that to $12 an hour. When you do that, doesn't that raise everybody else's?
Not really. I think because it just makes everything more expensive.
No, but I'm not saying
Then you had to spend $5 for a hash brown at McDonald's.
Dairy, yeah, it should.
not
yes.
not that it's automatic. First of all, if you're not advocating for yourself and you're not fighting for yourself in your job and saying, hey, listen, I deserve this and I deserve that, and pleading your case or making a case, then you're doing yourself an injustice in general, right? So squeaky wheel does get the grease, and that is it's true for a lot of different scenarios in life, and I'm just saying that I think that it doesn't do it for everybody, but for the people that actually get up and go, I need more than this, and I've seen that a lot more in the last couple of years, and I know that inflation is at its highest point right now that's been in a long time or whatever else, but I just feel like I don't know.
There is a difference
thing?
nowadays because have you seen all the AI taking over these minimum wage jobs?
Yeah,
Like it's like AI at a Taco Bell menu now.
It's
Like,
great.
Like there's going to be nobody working in those places.
there shouldn't be anybody working in those places. It's a death trap. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. You know what? AI, artificial intelligence is here. Robots are going to be taking over a lot of different jobs. It just means other jobs open up, right? Stay-at-home moms. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I'm just kidding.
Stay home mom and dad.
That's right. That's right. I was just kidding. It's a joke. Come on.
What was the jokes I asked? It's like, hey, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. It's like, look, I don't care what you do after you get off work.
right. Listen, here's the deal. If AI enables me to have a robot that I get to send to work in my place and work for me while I get to go out and do whatever I want, you're damn right I'm building 10 of these damn robots, right? And I'm putting them all to work.
Right. You're
Hey.
at home just like greasing them up, just like, hey,
Ooh, missed a spot.
let me fuel you up.
Yep. Hey, listen, gonna need you to put in a little extra overtime tomorrow,
take care
robot.
tomorrow, champ.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that drywall's not gonna put itself up. So get to swinging, buddy.
Yeah.
No, 100%. That they just showed a robot today that was, I don't know, we're a barbecue and beer podcast, but they just showed a robot. I saw this thing today that it was literally like hammering out whatever. It was troweling. It was troweling an entire wall, dude. Like, are you kidding me? It's done sheetrock. It's patching holes. No, you're done.
Now they've already I've seen too many videos with was it Boston Dynamics that they're developing
trust
all
them.
those robots, MIT, and some of these robots it shows them interacting with them and shoving them. Just you can't shove them to the ground.
Those aren't real. Those aren't real. That's a fake thing, I think.
No, it's not.
those are real.
Those are real.
I don't know.
Yeah, you go up there and you push them, and they're like,
Oh, they stand up. I've seen that. I don't know if that was real though.
the ones that sitting there jumping and flipping.
Have
Doing
you
You're not
seen,
going to catch me pushing them.
Have you seen the new Chat GTP?
Yeah,
The one that is, there's a new one out right now that is, it's voice.
yeah, it's enabled through video
Yeah, and it.
where you can sit there and
and
just
it-
record.
What was the movie with Joaquin Phoenix where he marries the computer?
I know what you're talking about, though. I don't know what it's
know what
called,
that is.
but
Okay, listen to the freaking AI.
Yeah, same
It
voice.
sounds it sounds very compassionate and like, hey, how does this thing look? It probably look. It's a girl, right? Behind you. Oh, hey, that looks good. You know what? Maybe if you just fix your hair a little bit and freshen up, I think you're gonna be great. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Hey, no problem. You're like, what the fuck is happening here? Did we just become best friends?
Right.
I don't-
Can I ask you a question? Can
Yeah.
we turn this barbecue related?
Yeah.
Which barbecue company
Yeah.
is going to be the first to
Incorporate.
incorporate AI?
it's got to be Traeger. They probably already have it.
I think they already started working.
Probably
on it.
already have it, yeah.
Let's think about that for a second. So give me the major players.
RecTech, Traeger,
Oklahoma Joe,
Weber.
yeah.
Weber.
I'm just trying to think of ones that are focusing on pellet smokers because that's going to be the one that's AI first.
Yeah, I just see Weber. I'm not seeing just Weber, but yeah, I totally agree with you, right? Because they're automated and
There you
whatever.
go. There's your movie, Her.
Her, yes, her. Yeah, he marries a damn computer. Listen, I don't know what this ChatGPT 4.0 or if it-
4.0,
Yeah,
yeah.
for that thing, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Are you trying to say you want to marry AI? Is that where this
Well,
is
I'm not
going?
going to marry AI, but if you're telling me that it's going to,
What are you saying, Jan?
And we'll
Nah,
get
never
off
mind.
that.
Let me just, hey, never mind. I'm good. It's a
Well, hey,
pipe dream.
since John's not here,
Where is John?
we talked about it, some beach somewhere.
That's right.
Root beer land.
Bro, you know that new Dalstrong knife I just got?
The ridiculously sharp one that I almost cut myself on? Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But seriously, made such a difference in my grilling. Every cut is so clean and precise.
And it's true what they say, a sharp knife is actually a safer knife.
That's accurate. And if our listeners want a new badass knife, they need to go check out Dalstrong.
We got a discount link below right in our podcast description, and just be careful, they are sharp.
Dalstrong, a cut above the rest.
That's right.
But I've got some hot off the grill barbecue news. Just one thing to go over today. Yelp released the 100 best barbecue restaurants in the United States.
How many
Yeah.
are in Texas?
Well, I'm looking right now, top 10.
Okay.
You want to take a guess how many of them are Texas?
I'm going to go
9.
3.
You were both wrong. It's
5.
less than both of you.
1.
There is only 2 Texas places in the top 10.
Well, I said 3, so I'm
You were
pretty
close. You're pretty
yeah.
close. Price is right, though. You lost.
Not
All
really.
restaurants.
It's not pretty close.
This is all top 100 barbecue
Matt,
restaurants
can I
in the
stop
United
you for a
States.
second?
Top 10.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Matt, out of scale from 1 to 10, the answer was 2 and I was 3.
You know,
I'm close.
you were close.
You were close.
You were closer. We're giving you that.
Not closer.
You were
I'm
closer.
I'm goddamn red hot. You don't get any more closer than I am. I am 1 or I'm a 3 or I'm a 2.
Look, I already said it. I do prices right. You go over. You
Okay,
lost. That's
go.
all that matters.
Get it.
On the top 10,
Yeah.
Do you guys want to take a swing at what state is number 1 best barbecue restaurant?
Yeah, Memphis, Kansas,
No,
South Carolina.
I never would have guessed this.
New York,
Nope. I'll give you a hint.
California.
It's the South. It's in the South. So at least there's
Alabama,
that. Nope.
Kentucky.
Negative.
That's mid. Right?
Arizona,
Nope.
Just give me a damn state.
Las Vegas,
Florida.
Fuck, I
It
don't know.
is Arkansas. Wright's Barbecue in Johnson, Arkansas was rated the number 1
Wright's
barbecue
Barbecue.
restaurant.
Where
That's
did
not
the
true.
article
That's
get
not
written
true
from?
This
Who's
is
the
Yelp.
article?
This is Yelp. Yelp's 100 best. Number 2 is Corkscrew Barbecue in Spring, Texas. So
Okay.
Texas is number 2 on this list.
They were there at the thing.
Houston Barbecue
Yeah,
Festival.
that's right.
For sure.
Funny enough, I think you mentioned Arizona. Number 3, Eric's Family Barbecue in Arizona. Number 3 best. And then number 4 is the only other Texas one in the top 10, and it's Tyler's Barbecue in Amarillo. There you go.
Damn.
I was surprised by this list. I don't know how they judge this.
Wright's Barbecue in Arkansas.
Yep.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to do a little investigation on that.
I've never heard of it, but
let's look them up. Let's see what does their food look like. Wright's Barbecue. Oh, New Mexico. Oh, you see Arizona.
Arizona was Eric's Family Barbecue.
Oh, Eric's Family
Eric's
Barbecue.
Family.
Okay.
Number 1 was Wright's Barbecue.
Oh, number 1 is Wright's. Yeah, whatever, man. Like, here's the deal. We know they're liars. You can't trust Yelp. When's the last time you trusted a Yelp review?
I honestly have never used Yelp.
Aren't they,
Exactly.
aren't they all like bots, or they just paid
Yeah,
for by Google
exactly.
or some shit like that? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Wright's Barbecue might be
that,
badass.
it probably really is good.
But I mean, I'll tell you, Spring,
Listen.
Texas is a little far north from us. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
an hour away.
Listen,
Corkscrew Barbecue. I think we need to go try it
no,
out.
they're really good.
Have you had 'em?
Yeah, so we had them at the Houston Barbecue Fest. You weren't there.
Yeah, okay. But have you had their stuff?
no.
Houston Barbecue Fest.
Yeah, well, we had the samplings that they
Okay.
they threw out there.
And I keep
What
saying
was
the
it?
same
Was it
words.
brisket?
I can't remember what everybody had. Yeah,
So it wasn't that
we ate
memorable.
so much food. Yeah, we ate so much food.
After 20 years,
There's
like, in
Corkscrew
a
right
coma.
there.
That looks good. That looks amazing. That's some beans, some potato salad, and
I've
some
never
chopped,
seen that serving
that-
style.
and that's a
but
chopped sausage, man. That's baked beans,
I don't
actually.
know, man. To me, if somebody's like, we got
food
some,
looks
we got
good.
some badass barbecue. Check out this sausage. Kind of like, eh.
No,
You know
know,
what I
'cause
mean?
now
Like-
people are doing so many different infusions with sausage.
Dude, people get down on sausages. Like I
guess.
I had a guy at work. He helped me several times on. He works in a different department. He was able to get a order reversed for me. And received, and I had to get him reverse it and receive it 3 times in a row because somebody kept giving me bad information on a charge code to put it.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
Who's that somebody? Call him out.
multiple departments.
Call him out.
Multiple
Say the
departments. I'm not.
Give me a first name.
This is several people. It's not just one person.
Need one person's first name.
Johnny. I'm just no. I'm
can't
not
do
giving
it.
up.
Nobody knows where you work.
But they do listen. The
Stop throwing your brother
yeah,
off.
you're
Let him
throwing
go.
me off. Like
Yeah,
you
I'm sorry, I'm
slow
sorry,
down
I'm
the
sorry,
podcast.
I'm
You can
sorry.
slow down the podcast.
I'm sorry.
You
No,
wanted
I'm
to.
good.
I was in a groove there,
Yeah.
but
No, go ahead.
the gentleman, I was like, hey, I apologize for this, dude. Can you? I was like, look, hey, next time I throw down some brisket, I'm bringing some brisket. He was like, sausage.
Yeah, I don't like.
He didn't want. No brisket wants
Sausage.
sausage. Okay.
Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Good.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey, bring the brisket. Hey, I said brisket. Exclamation point. F-U finger.
I'm keeping the sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to say,
Get a little
I've-
freshy over there.
Yeah,
Get a little
I
freshy.
think we all need one.
Yeah,
But
it's
I do want to give
ridiculous.
you a shout out, James, because I cooked a brisket for Emma's family coming to town.
Yeah.
Using only your seasoning that you developed.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Came out awesome.
Heavy layer.
Everybody heavy layered it. Yep. I actually used like 3/4 of the bottle
There you go.
on that one brisket, and
Any feedback?
yeah, everybody loved it.
What I mean, like feedback. What did
It
they
was.
say?
It didn't need any more salt.
Yep.
It was just very well balanced. It tasted great. It made a nice crust. The bark was great. You know what I mean? It was just a big hit.
There it
Good
Everybody
for
loved
you,
it.
man.
I love that.
Good for you.
Oh, you actually. Oh, wow. Yeah.
This
There it
is.
is.
It's
Yeah.
funny that was probably only like an hour into the cook right there.
Yeah, we got.
But I was just doing a throwdown, and I definitely was not doing this competition style. Like I made this thing like fall
Yeah.
apart.
We're saving the meat. We're not trimming everything off for trimmings.
Yeah. Yeah, I did cut it a little bit of that fat
Hey,
off there,
competition cookers, look over there because that's what a full brisket looks like on a
Right.
pit. I know it's hard to tell when you're only cooking a 7 pound or 5 pound brisket, but these things come in 18 pounds.
I
too.
did James's method that he's been doing lately, where you cook it the first half unwrapped on the pit, and then you wrap it and just throw it in the oven and go to sleep. Love that method, by the way. But
Listen, chewing up wood on a barbecue pit.
if you're wrapped,
If you've
there's
already
no point.
wrapped,
There's
it
no
does
point.
nothing.
Yeah,
right.
No point.
You're literally just wasting fuel.
Yeah, you're just
And you know what?
burning money.
I don't know what costs more. Excuse me.
Get it
The
out.
burps.
You got it.
I don't know what costs more, but I will say this: the living tree had to die and get cut up, and to make this fuel. And I'm not sure where natural gas comes from. I think it comes from Mother Nature. So, with that being said, I'm okay using the fuel from the oven.
Yeah.
Once it's wrapped to finish off, all day, every day.
Yeah. How long did you rest it?
Oh God, like 12 hours or something like that. Like a very long time.
Come out good?
Yeah. I mean, look, it was fall apart tender, but that's exactly what they wanted, because they were out of town from Michigan having brisket. Like nobody's like, ooh, it has a nice tug to it. They want it to fall apart. You know what I mean?
Right.
They loved it.
That's awesome. Do we have pictures?
It's funny. As soon as I opened that thing out of the cooler and put it on the table and cut it, people just descended on it. Right. There was nothing left but the fatty end on the point. That was the only part that didn't get eaten. Everything else was completely eaten off that thing.
That's awesome.
And then I did earlier this week, I cut half that point off, cubed it up, put some sauce on it, threw it in the oven, made some burnt ends, and had that for lunch. But anyway, your seasoning, James,
Okay. Badass.
Amazing.
high marks.
Hey,
Love it.
anybody out there in the podcast land right there wants to get a hold of this rub, please reach out to us. Hit us up on the website. Drop us a voicemail, email,
GRABTHEBRISKET.com.
whatever. Let us know if you want to give this thing a try, and then we'll do our damnedest to get it out to you.
That's right. You tell us for yourselves.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
Hey, so what are we doing over, James? We got a little.
You asked for a beer earlier.
I
was
did.
like, let's just go into the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review. Let's go, man. We got a Karbach Hoppadillo Juicy IPA. And this is Karbach, right?
And I believe we've done their Hoppadillo IPA, but this is the juicy.
Hey, something's in the water. That's what it says on the side. I like the can. The can is legit, dude. It's like half and half, right? There's a brewed in Texas. Please remain calm, which I like the vibe they're putting out. It says something's in the water. Surfacing from the depths is an all-new Hoppadillo on a hunt for juicy waves and a killer flavor. The locals say the surf is from the island to island gathering. The tastiest tropical fruits for the freshest or the freshly squeezed brew. Swim at your own risk. The delicious might pull you under. I don't think that's really the deliciousness. I'm sorry. I think I read that kind of weird, actually. I get my eyes checked. 7.3% alcohol by volume, 35 IBUs, which means it's going to be a little bit bitter, right? But nothing.
It's not like it's super bitter
Yeah.
IPA. It's just,
It's kind of lower mid, right? I would imagine. Yeah, this is a badass little can, man.
And one of the reasons I got this is because recently we had an IPA after not having one in a while on the show, And everybody seemed to be like, wow, I kind of forgot I liked
I know.
IPAs, And I also, I don't know if people outside of Texas get Karbach. It's a Houston-based brewery. It was bought by Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody else gets anywhere else. I guess let us know if you've
honestly,
seen it outside
they
of
should.
Texas.
They should.
Yeah.
So we'll ask the people.
Ask the
this
people.
this is the people, right? We're talking to the people right now. People, do y'all have Karbach? If you're in Texas, do you get Karbach? If you're outside of Texas, have you ever heard of Karbach? Again, it's owned by Anheuser-Busch. So
You know what? Let's give a
look 'em
free
up.
prize to whoever has spotted Karbach the farthest away. Farthest
Deal.
away from Texas.
Okay,
you get a
that's
prize.
right. If the furthest place from Houston,
Yes. Furthest place from Houston that
Show us the-
contacts us and lets us know where they've seen Karbach in the wild.
but you got to have a can of it.
Yeah, you got that picture.
You got to give me the
Yeah.
picture
Can't just
of,
say
the,
you
of
saw it in
you and the
Alaska.
Karbach, right? And listen, we're gonna check your damn ID. Make sure it's you when we give you the damn. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, send us the pic. You win a prize.
Yeah.
That's
Love it.
great, man. Sure.
So, do you guys want to ponder on this, like meander
ponder,
a little bit on this beer and just kind of savor? I got a couple of little articles that I came across.
Yeah, let's marinate on this beer while you
Can we go through that as opposed to making that its own little segment or whatever? So I came across this website called Oddie.com. It's ODDEE, and it's just a bunch of weird articles.
Yeah, I've been on
odd
it.
things. Got it.
So this one was the so I got a couple, but this one right here is strange drinks from across the world. You want to get into that as
go.
we try this delicious Karbach beer?
Yeah.
Are we about to go into beers made for kids?
Yes.
Got it.
So first on deck we have kids beer.
Can't ruin it.
Kids beer.
Damn, dude.
Stop reading over my shoulder, Matt. So it goes in and says, do you remember those candy cigarettes we used to pretend to smoke as kids?
Yeah. Those are great, dude. And our parents gave them to us.
They're still around, by the way.
No, I saw
still
some.
around.
But what's weird is my mom was a smoker, and she's like, "No, get yourself a little pack of Lucky Strike, like whatever. I don't know what they're called. Like, she raised two little smokers, not even knowing it. Crazy.
Just like sitting there just pulling heaters off that little
Yeah.
sugar candy. Just like,
Hey, we're puffing and chewing. So now we're little puffers and chewing tobaccoers. You know what I mean? We didn't know any different.
okay, so this is the beer-related
Yeah.
version. So this comes straight out of Japan. We have kids' beer is a Japanese pretend beer, no alcohol, and the flavor tastes like cola. However, the drink looks like a beer, and it comes in a brown bottle with labels that look like beer labels. The drink even includes a frothy head so that it looks just like beer.
Yeah. We're raising alcoholics.
Right. Japan.
Hey,
Just like,
you're 7. Here's your chip for being alcohol free for the 1 month. You know, I don't.
exactly.
That's not cool.
It's strange. Strange drinks from around the world. The
Yeah.
next one is belly button beer.
Okay.
We might have talked about this one before, but I'm not really sure. But when it comes to yeast, the idea is yeast. Brewers from Victoria's 7 Cent Brewery isolated yeast from their own navel innards and used it to make beer. Let that sink in and just marinate
I think I
for
could
a
have gone my
little
whole
they
life
bit.
sell
to
it?
heard that one. That's
Let's see here. Interestingly enough, the gross idea wasn't exactly original, and instead was inspired by another brewery with yeast used from the brewer's beard. So they use beard yeast
oh Jesus.
that they're copying.
I don't think I need to hear any more
Why?
from that one.
Nah,
Listen,
I'm good.
why is that a thing?
looks like they fused it with
like
orange
some-
zest
you
and
had a yeast
toasted
infection
coriander
and you're-
seeds.
Beard yeast
Hey,
with orange
You got a
zest.
yeast
All right.
infection. Your
Now I'm
first
in.
thought is to go, hey, let's go make some alcohol with it because,
Right.
you know, once you feed it with some sugar,
Never let it go to waste, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just toasted coriander seeds. That just screams Belgian beer for me.
yeah.
Honestly, so have you guys ever had oatmeal stouts?
Yes.
Oatmeal stout beers?
Yes.
No, first I've heard of
Those were made for pregnant women. They're like, it has all these nutrients in it for the baby
And the alcohol.
Yeah, it's like high in iron. Drink these oatmeal stouts, and they made it to give to pregnant women.
Don't worry about the SIDS.
They didn't know back then.
No,
you know?
it's just
everybody was
messed up.
just
Yeah.
Anyway,
That just good quality like protein and nutrients back in the day.
Yeah.
That's all you here's your one beer.
Hey, if you
Now
don't
get to work.
If you don't think a beer like that, an oatmeal stout, is full of nutrients, you're crazy.
I mean, it
really
actually is.
But
it also has alcohol.
It's a whole meal. You could have one of those and go, we're good.
Do you think
I'm
original
good
like
till dinner.
oatmeal stout beer is better than just drinking a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably better for
Way
you,
better.
actually.
Way better
But there
for
you go.
you.
There's your oatmeal stouts.
Way better for you. Why do you even ask that question?
You know, I want to say that maybe really early on,
Way
we did a
better
beer review of this one.
Yeah.
If not, I'm bringing it in.
Let's do it.
No.
All right, this next one, it is
Hey,
a
hold on.
doozy.
Hey, can we just sit real quick? And it's a doozy, but keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much for picking up the beer review tonight.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
like this one?
Yeah, it's great, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to judge it just yet, but
Initial thoughts.
I've had a couple of. I've not had this before, and I'm really surprised by how drinkable it really is. But I just say thank you so much for bringing it in, John. If you're out there, you're listening to us. I just want you to know we're having the best beer on the podcast ever.
We should all give it perfect 10. So
You-
just like throw off the whole.
You messed
The
up.
best podcast.
Yeah. So deal with that.
All right,
Enjoy
this
your
next
pina
one
colada.
is going to be delightful and disgusting and just horrible.
Okay.
It is called the smoker's cough.
Oh, God.
And can you guess what's in it?
Phlegm?
Tobacco?
No.
Phlegm.
No. Okay, let me go and
I
test.
don't-
So,
Apparently, the answer is no, we cannot.
so this concoction is a mixture of a shot of Jägermeister with a tablespoon of mayonnaise on top of it.
Jesus. Who comes up with this stuff?
I could do it.
What country made that?
I could drink that.
It doesn't say.
I could shoot that.
I could.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not.
wanna.
Yeah, I'm not.
Prove
yeah,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
prove
yeah. You're in luck. We got Jaeger and we got
Hey, as long as
mayonnaise.
it's Duke's mayonnaise, I'm in.
Nah, you know what? I don't want to say I'm a Hellman's guy, man.
You're not allowed to say that.
Yeah, I am. I'm a Hellman's guy. I like Hellman's.
It's all soybean oil anyway, man.
Shouldn't eat it.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Should make your own.
You should make your own.
But what oil do you make it with?
None.
Now you
I
sound
don't know how to
weird.
fucking make mayonnaise.
You don't?
No.
You-
All I know is it got eggs.
Do you want me to tell you?
Tell me.
It's egg and oil.
Okay. Olive oil. Do that.
You literally an egg and then you dump oil and you blend it. Salt, pepper, maybe a little lemon.
Can you
Yeah, I
make me
think
some?
there's some acid in there, so probably a lemon.
Yeah, I said lemon.
What do you guys think about this beer?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
By the way, I saved your life about
Appreciate that.
mayonnaise. James, is there anything else you want to oddly?
That's the
it?
only drinks that I had. Yes.
Okay, let's just get into this. Let's get this little Hoppadillo
4-minute
juicy
beer review.
IPA. It definitely has that breakfast to this,
It's
right?
the juicy.
It's the juicy,
juicy part.
This is
What
wake
makes
up.
it juicy?
I'm telling you right now,
don't know.
you wake up out of bed, and this is no bullshit. You wake up and you go, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get in the shower, maybe go like get ready for work or whatever else. And instead of starting that coffee pot, you go to the fridge and you pour one of these little bad boys. Let me tell you right now, your day is gonna be a way better day than what you thought it was. It tastes refreshing. It's got it's not bitter at all, and you have this, this OJ citrusy.
It's like a tropical kind of, you know what I
man.
mean?
It's just this pineapple. There's pineapple. There's a whole lot of things happening here in this beer. It's amazing, but it still tastes like a beer. It doesn't taste like you're drinking a
Yeah. It's not some weird
fruity beer. It's not
yeah,
fruity
yeah.
beer. This is a beer still, right? But you get all those notes, and this is a great beer. Great beer, James.
You know, I think we had the Voodoo Ranger Juicy IPA.
We've had that.
And I remember we really liked that one. That was another reason I got this, because like something about these juicy IPAs are pretty damn good.
So good. If you don't mind, can I go first?
We're waiting.
Okay, I'm a 9.2. This is a great freaking beer. A 9.2 is a great score. This beer could have been a 9.9 for me probably. I could drink 10 of them. I'd be sloshed. It's at 7.3% alcohol by volume. This is what it should have been. This is what a lot of beers try to strive to be. They're not. They're never going to be this. This is a great freaking beer.
I'm right, Jan. I was thinking 9.2 the
Were you?
whole time. Yep.
See,
I think
there it is.
it's a great beer.
We're always kind of very similar.
Yeah,
I
most
think.
of the time
our
we are.
palates are. Yeah,
But I mean, it's like
not so
what-
much here.
There's not much.
Here,
Well, what else do you want from this beer?
Yeah.
You know, it's
What do you want?
It's pretty much doing everything you want it to. It tastes great.
It told you what it was, and it delivered.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Don't you hate it when a beer says it has notes of this and you drink it? You're like, man, I'm not getting that at all.
every other beer I drink
Right.
is that's what I get out of it, or I get this corn taste. You know what I mean? This corn, like this.
You remember that like $3 six
We'll
pack
never forget
of
that one.
beer that we picked up at HEB that they put on
Yeah.
sale?
We'll
It was
never
like
forget that one.
$1.50. How much was it? It was like $2 for like a 6-pack of beer.
What was that, Royal or something? I can't remember the name of that one.
Royal something other. I had a royal colored blue can.
I remember I bought it because I'm like, okay, it's like how much was it? Like $3 for a 6-pack?
Yeah.
I was like, even if it's bad, it's $3 for a 6-pack.
And it was like 16 ounces, right?
Yeah, it was tall boy.
But
And
how much alcohol?
it was average
Like
for
five,
yeah.
5 point-
Four. It's
yeah,
like
something
four
that.
something. Yeah.
I just thought there was no way that beer would not be worth, like, even if it didn't taste great, it's like $3 or whatever. It wasn't worth the money.
I'm telling
I
you right
wasted my money on that tall boy 6-pack.
It was the bottom of the barrel.
It was really
Whatever
bad.
Anheuser is cranking out there, it is the very bottom of it. It's just like scooping it up, and it's like syrup. You're like, just thin it out with some water. Like,
Shake it. It's fine.
shake it. It's good. Put it in the can.
Yeah. So, yeah. I remember this beer, and I'm wondering myself, like, should other manufacturers do something like this? Like,
You know, I know St. Arnold's, they do the
under a different name, like incognito. Like,
Oh,
you know
like
what?
they'll
Hey,
tell you.
listen, guys, this batch did not work.
well oh yeah,
Instead of
they
scrapping
should,
it,
so they totally should.
Can that shit and
Yeah.
run it out there for like, hey, what is this? Like,
Cheap.
it's 8%, but it tastes like shit. Hey, run it out there for I don't know, $3 a can.
Get you hooked up.
Yeah, right, right. What do
That's
you
just the
want?
name of the beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
Martin House. Don't steal that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Martin House.
Well, James, we're waiting to see what you think of this beer.
All right. I'm going to go solid 9.5.
Oh, even higher.
Even higher. I
Wow.
gotta just tip the scales a little bit.
Cheers, baby.
This I definitely will stock in the beer fridge. Jan was making fun of me earlier because I've been on a little bit of a Blue Moon kick.
Yeah, I saw you drinking that earlier today. Yeah.
And Jan's like, oh, what are you, little Blue Moon, just like little fancy boy, fancy pants, or I don't know what the terminology you put out there. It was like, I don't know what that is, but I rated this beer pretty high on the podcast. And I said,
Called you a femboy.
And I
I'm
was
just
like-
kidding. I'm just joking. I didn't say that. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I will have this beer in my garage fridge, and I did not lie. So if I say I like it, and
we
I
gave that- we
rate
gave
it
that a
this
9.
high, then it needs to be
yeah,
in the fridge.
That's a good, I think in our grading scale, like 8 is great, 9 is like amazing, and 9 means it's gonna be stocked.
That's right.
We're gonna be having that in our
Hey
fridge.
guys,
if we say 9,
you know what I like more than I like the fact that we keep this beer review between 90 seconds, and I think that's what makes us. It sets us apart from everybody else, and we get into it, right? We get into it. It's 90 seconds long. It's not too much.
Can you imagine if somebody just kept going on and
Yeah.
on?
No, I cannot.
well, like
Super weird.
Barstool Pizza review, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
Yeah.
We're 90 seconds.
90 seconds. We're
Everybody
90
knows the
second beer
rules,
review.
90 seconds.
We're
There it
not
is.
trying to waste your time or anything
No.
like that and fill you up with a bunch of useless,
We get to the
like,
point.
We're not
get to the
gonna-
point.
knowledge.
Hey, listen. I know there's a beer review people up there in New York. They're so mad that we just keep saying the words 90-second beer review, but I'm never going to stop. You cannot censor my speech.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care what you got going on with your trademarks. Just saying. Yeah. Anyways, hey guys,
Go try
cheers.
this beer.
Yeah, go
Karbach.
try this beer. I recommend this beer.
Hoppadillo.
And yeah, go back. If you've heard of Karbach, you've got a Hoppadillo Juicy IPA or any Karbach beer, give us a picture. Whoever's the furthest away from
Houston.
us,
From
Houston, right here where we're at, just we'll keep tagging us. Whoever's furthest away, you're going to win. How long are we running this for? 1 week?
How do we verify how far away they
1 week.
are?
1 week past it drops.
Our viewers would never.
We're going to
lie
need
to us.
landmarks.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
I'm gonna
you're-
need
Whoever's
you-
the farthest away and most
I'm
trustworthy.
going to need you to take a
Let's do
photo
that.
in front of a picture of the current
No.
days
We need-
picture in
newspaper.
front of a landmark or something.
Yeah, listen,
in
you're
Topeka,
you're
Kansas,
gonna have
or
to
something
prove
like
it.
that.
It's
Prove
not.
it.
Exactly. But listen,
If your picture doesn't prove it, you're disqualified. So find a way to prove it.
prove it, but we'll make it worth your while.
You'll get a nice little gift bag.
How about that? We'll make it worth your while, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, man, this is a badass little gift. Okay, let's go. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
And this concludes the Grabbing the Brisket.
View. Yeah.
It's really magical
I think that was the worst one yet.
Yeah, it gets better when every time you do it, man. I love
I
it.
think I'm going to hire somebody who just can compile all these like beer reviews and just put it into one giant. Like they're going to run it through an AI program and they're going to clean it up, maybe a little auto tune, and it's gonna look like the damn fucking like.
It's gonna sound like a 500-man choir of all of us.
Exactly. Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
go.
do that, James. Hire somebody to do that.
At $20 on Fiverr.
No,
Let's go.
That's not true. I'm not sure. It may be like $100 on Fiverr, but
see.
it ain't $20. No, hey, can we talk about the fact that I feel like we're finally here. Summer is right around the corner for us. It's already gotten warm here. We've already had 90-degree days here in South Texas. So I'm not sure the rest of the United States has had that type of weather, but we've had that type of weather, right? But in the back of my mind, I just keep thinking like, this is grilling time. We're smoking. Like there's so many competitions that are happening right now. This is our time of the year. Living in South Texas, this is us, right?
Yeah.
From like February till May is like that's our time to hang out
exactly.
and to feel like we're just like the rest of the United States.
No, well, I don't know about the rest of the United States, but for us, grilling time is tank tops, flip flops, and a lot of sweat.
Yeah,
that's when we're hanging out,
That's
drinking, barbecuing.
That's it. But I feel like we're there, and you're seeing a lot more smokers. You're seeing this is the time for all the companies coming out. The new trends, which by the way, there are barbecue trends. There's new things, new recipes. I don't know, man. I feel like once springtime happens, the food videos start to really pop.
Right.
You know, and people putting out their best stuff. I'm super excited, man. I just
It's a
feel
good
like,
time. And
yeah,
also,
it really is.
Also, it is kind of like a dangerous time.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know
just
if it's dangerous.
Well, I'm saying falling in the traps of just cooking really shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of bad information out there. Like on, hey, you're trying to pump up your pool party. Let's do this latest thing that I said.
Hold on. Hold on. You're trying to pump your pool party? Yeah. You know what you should do? Get yourself a grill. Right? I don't know what you're talking about, James.
So
how are you pumping
one of the
your pool
latest things
party?
I've seen is they're taking bologna,
Okay.
a whole chub,
Yeah, chub.
and they're grating it down into like pulled pork.
What?
Yeah, have you seen this?
No.
And they're throwing it onto a flat top.
Yeah.
And they're frying it up and seasoning it up and saucing it up, and it's like pulled pork, but it's bologna. And then they're throwing it onto a sandwich.
That's
and they're just
baloney. That's baloney, James. I don't believe you.
Okay, all
Listen,
right, all right.
listen. Like, save the nitrates.
does that sound good to you?
Save your
I
heart.
would eat the hell out of that.
I
to be
gotta
honest
try
with you.
it for sure. It's like a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, it is.
A fried bologna sandwich.
Save the nitrates, save your heart, and save that blood pressure medicine because you're going to need it. No, you know what that's going to taste like? It's going to be phenomenal. I already know. Listen, we've done the burn-in bologna chubs, and they're great. You honestly, it's you can't once it's been cubed and smoked and you get all those layers and textures of the different sauces and flavors and seasonings. It's like eating rib meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, this is like, how is this? I don't like bologna like this. I don't like Spam. Yeah, you do.
So it turns into devil ham, like devil's meat.
Yeah, the devil's cut.
Guess
What's
so.
devil's meat?
Y'all remember that stuff? It looked like
No, but
basically cut up.
Yeah, it's like cat food.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, shit, we were poor.
No. I don't, we ate it. I know what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, like potted meat.
No, it's potted meat. Yeah. No, it's like that. Yeah, but you grate it up. So you grate the whole. It's like a chub, right? So it's like a round log, and you just grate it up. It's like the same thing they're grating these frozen jalapenos, right? They're grating those up on their food. People are like, oh, never had a frozen jalapeno on my food. I'm like, okay, great. Why don't you try a real jalapeno? You're freaking weirdo, you know? Yeah, but yeah, dude, you can't, it's amazing. It's amazing. It tastes so good.
The potted meat?
Nah, yeah. You ever had Spam?
Okay. Yeah, well, it sounded like this was like
Oh,
below
Spam is delicious. It is below Spam.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Bologna
I
is
was like,
below Spam?
No.
His deviled meat or whatever.
The devil, I forgot what it was called. Let me look it up real quick.
Man, you know.
Yeah, so
hey,
at the
back in
deli, you
Yeah.
can buy the bologna not cut, and so it just
Yeah, the
comes
big log.
into
It's a big
a
log.
big log. These people are taking this big log. It's like $40-$50, right? And they're
Bologna's
shredding
$40
it.
or $50.
If you get the good,
If you get it at the deli,
Are you serious?
yeah,
I never heard of that.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
really?
I mean,
I
unless
was
you're
thinking like $8.
unless you're buying
I don't
Oscar
know.
Myers, the $2.89
Okay, I was confused. It was ham. I was thinking deviled ham.
devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ate that too.
That
man.
little red guy?
Yeah,
Or- yeah.
yeah. We ate that too.
Man, great value potted
Yeah.
meat for 66 cents.
Probably why I have high blood
Oh,
pressure.
man.
Chicken of the sea. Right.
You know, we grew up eating a lot of things that even now that I'm like, I don't really want to eat that anymore.
No?
Yeah, you know. I mean,
Is there? Let me. I know we're probably up against the clock a little bit.
we have 58 minutes, man. You have 2 minutes.
Let me throw it around the table. Is there a comfort meal or food that you ate growing up as a kid that necessarily it might have been a poor meal, it might have been a struggle meal. I think they call them struggle meals. Is there something that you like? Damn, I kind of miss that, or I should eat that. I should try that again. You know what I mean? Is this something that you can think of off the top of your head? Just like, dang.
So, okay, I don't know. No, let me think about it a second.
Mine is Spam right off the back.
Spam was a one.
yeah.
Vienna sausage was one. We ate Vienna sausage as kids.
What about like
dice it up, throw it in a pan?
the Spam burgers? The not Spam burgers, but the
Salmon burgers?
salmon
Oh yeah,
patties.
I grew up on salmon patties.
Salmon patties
patties.
were
Crushed saltines and you add it into the canned salmon meat.
That's
Serve with
for
ketchup?
me. That's one thing that I
Yeah.
haven't done in a while. It's like, damn, I miss that. Like that's something that
Hey,
like,
with inflation, man, we bring it back.
I think for me was like eating a lot of potatoes. I remember eating a lot of potatoes as a kid. Like it was always cheap to have a potato. Like as a kid, you didn't know how they were expensive or not. Like it's just a potato.
potatoes, yeah.
But we had a lot of potatoes. But there's one thing, you know, I made a meal the other day, and I don't fry up food a lot at the house. That's not me. But I did a little frying up, and I pulled some oil out, and I made a gravy, and SOS, right? You do like sausage, or you do hamburger meat and gravy, and mix everything up, and you pour it over bread and you eat it, right? But I took, do you ever do this? I took a slice of bread, and I pinched it off, and then next to my hash browns, I had this pinched off bread that I poured gravy on top of it, right? And I ate that. I remember being a kid, we did it all the time. But on the plate, there wasn't really, it was 2 slices of bread and gravy on top. That's what we had.
It's like poor man's biscuits gravy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and dude, it was phenomenal. And I literally I pinched off the bread, and you don't normally leave them flat, right? You just cut into it and eat it. But I pinched it off, and I remember taking a bite, and it took me back. And I hadn't done that in years. I hadn't even thought about doing that in years. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Do you do that a lot or no?
I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I mean, it brings back memories for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's the biscuits and gravies. Like it's easy. You have flour, you have milk, you have whatever the meat you're cooking. Whip up gravy. Hey, pour it on top of. We used to do it a lot in college. Rusty Keys, when we were roommating together, he would make shit on the shingles.
SOS. Man.
SOS, and it was just a cheap meal that you had either a hamburger meat or sausage mixed with white gravy that you just poured it over bread, and that's what you ate.
Yep. No, it's
delicious.
Great. It's delicious.
But you don't ever make it anymore.
Hey, listen, and I don't want you thinking like, you know, people that, you know, the people, right? James and I maybe not grown up the wealthiest or, as kids or whatever. But at the end of the day, our parents were great cooks. Like,
Oh, fuck yeah.
They were really, really good cooks. Mom and our dad both could grill, barbecue in the kitchen, fresh bake. It didn't matter. It could be done. So we're jaded. We got some of the best damn food ever. You know what I mean? Just growing up. And it wasn't because, we got what was on sale. We got what we could afford. And when I say we, I mean what they could afford. But let me tell you, man, like they took food that maybe wasn't popular, and it was like, oh my God. And
anybody can take really great ingredients and make a good meal.
That's it.
But to take cheap ingredients and make something really good that you're reminiscing about years later, oh yeah. I don't know. Mine is like just the classic meatloaf. Like nobody makes meatloaf anymore, but getting that meatloaf with like the ketchup glaze on top, I would get down on some meatloaf back in the day. Like,
yeah, and you catch that little gravy on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then you pour it on top of your mashed potatoes. Get out of here.
Meatloaf and mashed potatoes, man.
So good.
Yeah, that's
so
your
good.
next video you need to make is like mashed potatoes and meatloaf. Yeah. Where's the meatloaf, Mom? Let's go.
I'll do it.
Man,
yeah, this has been a great episode.
this has been a great episode.
Really educational.
I don't know if we talked barbecue at all.
We did. We did.
There was a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, anybody out there that we appreciate you listening. Check out the website. Check out us on the social medias. If you ever want to get, if you ever want to reach out, let me reach out. Let me just. I like your what's like. Let me just spit it out, Jan. Shit. It's the questioning that always like throws me off a little bit. But yeah, if you ever want to be interactive, you want to get involved with the show, we have the hotline, we have the website that you can check out and see what we're doing, and you can also send us an email. We'd love you to be a part of this whole thing.
We just love you.
I might have had a
We
little
love
too
you.
much of this Hoppadillo.
Listen, go to GRABTHEBRISKET.com. Check us out online. We've got we're trying to get better at creating the blog and getting more things out there, more recipes, more interactions. Hell, I think the alcohol got me too, James.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
don't even know if they want recipes.
It doesn't matter.
They just want to hear
Who cares
us.
who cares what they want? I don't give a shit, dude. No, listen. We definitely appreciate you listening, taking time out of your busy schedules, and tune in next week, man. Where we talk everything.
I guarantee next week's episode is not going to be as good as this one.
It's 100% bar
How
matter
many
related.
alcohols did we have?
Let's go.
Yeah. Damn. That's
But for sure, it's been great talking barbecue with you guys.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Cheers.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the MBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, SUCKLEBUSTERS, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Coolie Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks at Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.